beautiful Scorpio, welcome to my channel. This is Baba Jolie here with a little bonus reading. I've already cleansed your space and I've meditated on your cards. For those of you who are returning, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for all your wonderful likes, shares and subscribes. I am truly grateful for all your beautiful energy. Just a little reminder though, this is a general reading, not a one-to-one reading, just so you're aware. Also, please be mindful, scammers are about pretending to be me and lots of other tarot readers. I do not do personal readings. I do not take your money, e-gifts, donations. I'm not on Facebook, WhatsApp, PayPal, Telegram, or Patreon. I will never ask you for your credit card details. I will never ask for personal details. And I'll also never give you a cell phone number to call. So if anyone masquerading as me asks for anything at all, please report them or ignore them. It is a scam, okay? Let's move straight on with your reading. I'm going to cleanse your space hourly, so please be mindful. There's going to be 3 loud sounds. Let us begin. Okay, my beautiful Scorpio, this is a little bonus reading. Us tarot readers, we always do a monthly reading, singles readings, twin flames, careers, but we never really check in to see how you are. Those deep feelings of how you're moving through life, what's going on with you, how you are transforming your life, and also what is to come, what trajectory are you currently on. So I'm just going to take a quick look at that. It's a little bonus reading, as I mentioned there. We got the Hierophant there, so you're doing a lot of learning about yourself, but also that Hierophant can indicate that you are feeling very responsible for your life right now. Things are very serious. You're trying to have faith to move through life. There's been some difficulty there, but I'm just going to go and get all of your cards first. You will notice that I'm doing things a little bit differently for this one. I'm only using one deck to really get a clean, crisp idea of what's going on there with you. We got the Knight of Wands. We've got the 9 of Wands as well there. So you're finding things a little bit hard, a little bit difficult. Also, you're feeling a bit cautious, perhaps, about the way ahead, feeling a little bit uncertain about some of your goals. But I can see here that you are going to accomplish whatever it is you set out to do there. We got the Hierophant, we got the King of Cups. So you're bringing your A game to life, but at the same time, you can see that, you know, it's exhausting. Some of you are super tired there. You are close to burnout. I think I mentioned in one of your last readings, I think it was the monthly reading even, it's almost like your soul is tired, okay? There is a lot of responsibility on your shoulders, and I feel also some of you are trying to really learn to command your thoughts because you tend to be an overthinker. You're trying not to allow fear to govern you and your decisions there. Also, 3 of Pentacles, some of you may have been feeling a little bit isolated recently, even though you may have taken time out to be in a solitary energy. You may be looking for your soul tribe. Okay, I am actually getting the word privacy right now as well. So some of you, you're trying to establish yourself in your life in terms of independence in some way, but you may be privately doing something, a project or an endeavor, or maybe this is like privacy, like, you know, people are not allowed access to your inner sanctuary. So maybe me doing this reading is kind of like, you're not really sure if you want me to delve a little bit deeper. But, you know, I'll honor that level of privacy. I'm just going to give like the overarching kind of energy of how you've been moving through things. And you may be feeling a little bit of discord, or you may be feeling a little bit hesitant about how life is moving right now. And I don't feel like there's this sense of fear per se, but a little bit caution, a little bit of anxiety, a little bit of uncertainty, and you're just trying to get like your thoughts clear, your direction. I definitely see you're really focused on your projects. You're creating a stable life for yourself there, but also it's like, it's hard, okay? So let me just get to the cards here. The Hierophant indicates you're doing a lot of learning in life. You've come to this lifetime to learn, and that's about people, their motivations, the subtext, the undercurrent. You're here to learn about yourself, the human psyche, you know, what people really mean when they say something. Also, you know, with this card, you're learning about society. You're learning about people when they come together, how they influence each other. You're also learning about, you know, the world and how it influences us and our decisions. And I mean, the Hierophant, it can indicate, especially with the King of Cups there, you're trying to understand why certain things are being implemented right now. I mean, the Hierophant is all about the hierarchical system. You know, it can be about establishments that have been in place for years and years and years. Now, these could be like governing establishments. They could be like financial institutions. They could be, you know, countries, how they govern themselves. Some of you are looking right now at how things seem to have been turned upside down, completely on their head, because you've got the King of Swords here and it's in the resistance position. So it's something that's like logical, something that should be obvious. It's like everything has become illogical or everything is turned a little bit weird, that you're just trying to understand it. Like, what's the motivation? Why are things changing in a very uncertain way, and you're just trying to get your head around it right now, because ultimately you're of the mind where if you can see the goal, you can see the journey. So it's almost like some of you are looking what could potentially be the end game for certain situations, and this could be that you're dealing with like a boss if you're in a career, but these readings are not really about career, money, love, or anything like that. It's almost like you're trying to understand something by noting what the outcome could be. So it's almost like a chessboard. So if you imagine that the outcome is to, you know, conquer the king, you know, checkmate, that sort of thing, then you can work out the journey it'll take to get there. And there may be different pathways that you're exploring right now in order to see what the final outcome could be. So you may see, for example, that there are certain changes going on in your immediate circumstances, whether it's in career, whether it's in society, whether it's in your communal environment, whether it's in your family. And you're like, why? Why is that happening? What does that person or that situation set to gain from it? What are the eventualities of each pathway, and what is the end game? So I see a lot of you really looking in life at the deeper subtext of what's going on in people, situations, and the world at large. So I see a lot of you trying to work out some stuff. You're very cerebral at this moment in time. And of course, the Hierophant, along with the King of Cups, you're trying to see where you fit into all these changes, and you know how you can really like navigate a place where you feel emotionally, physically, mentally, and financially secure in your current circumstances. Now, the Hierophant, it can also indicate, you know, you feel very responsible for the people that you love. You tend to really go above and beyond for those people. And that's not really going to change. I see that, you know, you tend to always do a lot for those people, and you know it is exhausting. Some of you may have experienced people or situations that have really tested your patience, and it is hard. And sometimes you wonder why certain people do things, and you're like, what, why? And I feel, you know, it's almost like you tend to forgive these people over and over and over again sometimes, especially if they're in your family unit. But I also see that, you know, you're learning to establish higher boundaries and really state those boundaries so that people do not overstep a mark. So I feel like you're in a period of teaching people how you like to live your life, how you like to be respected, and how that if they do not accept your boundaries or your terms, that they need to step up or step out of your life in some way. Because the Hierophant is the teacher. Okay, and we've got the King of Cups here as well. So some of you are teaching people about, you know, who you are and how you like to, you know, be approached in life. And I feel like you're teaching people, especially about your boundaries. Also with the Hierophant energy, I'm getting this energy of you kind of learning more about yourself at this time. You've gone off on a spiritual journey of self-discovery. I feel that, you know, you're getting closure on a lot of difficult emotional situations, experiences that you've had where people have not stuck around for you, or people who have come in, promised the world and delivered nothing, or even this energy of people like wasting your time or leading you down the garden path. I definitely see some of you have dealt with some people who have not been honest with you, some people who have been toxic or narcissistic in behavior. And this could be, you know, that you have worked in companies that have been really toxic, or it could be that you've had relationships or friendships where people tried to knock your confidence or try to be dishonest. But you have come to this lifetime, and I feel like you've learned this, that you have an inbuilt supercomputer that is very discerning about the company that you keep. So, it's almost like you have a built-in lie detector, because we have the King of Swords in the resistance position, but it will go into the upright. So you are someone who is here to learn about truth and people that you can trust. And I feel like you have been let down by someone or something in the past. And I feel like you have been marked by it. And I feel it's really important to recognize that although you've had this experience and it has been hard, whatever it is for you, because it's going to be different for everybody, it must not define how you move through life going forward. That whilst it shaped you, it must not prevent your future happiness, and it holds no power or weight over you moving forward. So a lot of you are getting some major closure at this time. You're healing old wounds, and as we move into that Mercury retrograde, and of course we come closer to that total solar eclipse for some, partial for others, this is a period where you're going to feel a little bit nostalgic. You're going to be looking back at experiences you had, the tough journey that you had, how you've had to be a warrior in your own life and take charge, and that no one is coming to save you. And you've resolved that within yourself a long time ago, and it's made you truly who you are. So I feel like you have stepped up in your own life, and sometimes we must acknowledge that we cannot expect others to join us in that vibration, because we can only meet each other as deeply as we have met ourselves. And you've done a lot of learning about yourself, about your emotions, about the human psyche, about how the heart works and what the heart wants as well. And I feel like, you are someone who you've learned that you bring a lot to life in general. To every table that you sit at, you bring so much. You're a really good, loyal friend. You are a good listener. You're respectful. You go above and beyond. You have a lot of empathy. And I feel with the King of Cups here, this is about you knowing yourself on a deeper level so that you can conduct yourself in a certain way. And I feel that you've been very supportive in life of other people's dreams, of their goals, and you're starting to look at people and think, when were you supportive of me? Is it reciprocal? Is it a two-way street here? So I feel like you're not allowing experiences to change you in that respect. You're always going to invest your heart and soul into everything you do. You're always going to be supportive towards people, but also, if people overstep a mark, I feel like you're detaching yourself from those situations and people. Now, looking at your overarching energy, I feel something within you has changed. Okay? Yes, I feel some of these changes have occurred in private, but I also get this sense that you're exhausted. Life is a lot, and I feel like you are overcoming a lot of battles that you've had in life. And I feel like you're conditioned almost to expect more battles ahead. And don't get me wrong, the path is going to be difficult, but you are strong enough to overcome any of those obstacles that are going to be in the way. With the Three of Pentacles, you've built a really strong foundation. And some of you, you're super independent, so self-sufficient. And you live life on your own terms. But you must remember that sometimes you need to involve yourself a little bit more in friendships, or, going out there with friends. I mean, you build really solid friendships. You have an inner circle, and not everybody gets into that inner circle, but they are your ride or die kind of people. But you don't see them as often as you should. So I get this sense that some of you have actually detached or withdrawn in the last couple of months or years in order to focus on your own spiritual path, in order to focus on your own personal development, because you're really looking at the important things in life, the simplicity of how life can be. Of course, money is important, love is important. The answer to everything is love. But at the same time, you are looking at living life on a different vibration, and other people that you are connected with, I feel like you're evolving to a very mature position, and other people are almost like playing catch up with you. So you've distanced yourself. It feels like something is off in your world right now. For some of you, it could be you feel the vibrations of the world are completely off. Everything is upside down, or it doesn't make the sense that it used to. Also, you may feel that your energy is completely different, that you feel a little bit more lethargic, or you feel you're exhausted anyway because you've had a lot of responsibility and pressure on your shoulders. Also, you expect a lot of yourself because the Hierophant in this position with the King of Cups indicates you have high expectations of yourself, and sometimes you put yourself under immense pressure to meet those responsibilities and those expectations. I feel, at this time you're learning to have more compassion for yourself. When your body says it's time to rest, you must rest, because the world can be won another day. It's not going to go away. Your goals are still going to remain the same. Give yourself a break because sometimes you need that respite, okay? But also I feel there's something about you that has changed in the last couple of years or the last couple of months, and you're never returning to that. It feels a part of yourself you've detached from. You feel it's been hindering you in some way. I mean, it could be that it's self-doubt. You're learning more about confidence, that you're releasing fear, that you have stepped into your power, and you're not allowing the inner critic with that King of Swords there in the resistance position. You're not allowing the inner critic, because it's like you got it in the reverse there, to knock your confidence or get in the way of your goals. You're unstoppable in your energy, but it just feels like something is different. And for some of you, you may feel that time is different, that you feel almost like, the King of Swords in this position can indicate disassociation, almost like you've detached from something. You're seeing it from a different angle, viewpoint. It's almost like something has completely changed and you feel like you're not going back to that place, or you're not going back to that person that you used to be. And the Knight of Wands in this position, it's like, you got it in the reverse there. It feels like you're looking at your energy levels, your motivation, your passions. I feel these have changed. Your focuses have changed as well. And you're learning more about that path. For some of you, it's that you're getting in command almost of your emotions. So you're not feeling overwhelmed by those deep emotions. You're the sort of person who is not afraid to go to the depths of the soul, to work things out. You are really connected to the highs and lows of life. And if you feel that things have got a little bit dull or boring in some way, this can indicate you have a desire for new adventures, more excitement, more spontaneity, because you feel somehow things have become a little bit same. The Hierophant energy is traditional, it's conventional, it's conformity. And you've got the King of Cups there, which is like you're not willing to conform on something. You're following your own heart. You're leading with your intuition and your emotions. You're highly sensitive, highly intuitive. And some of you may feel that there are some changes afoot that you need to prepare for, or that you are ready for, or that you're learning about right now, and you've put yourself in a really secure position. You're working towards the security, financially in particular, but also I feel like you're securing your emotions. The Knight of Wands, it will go into the upright energy, so it does mean you will have more energy. But the Nine of Wands there tells me in this position, you must protect your energy, guard your energy, guard your ideas. Maybe that's why I'm being given that energy of, or that word, private, is what I was being given there. So this is about you protecting your energy, being more discerning about the company that you keep. The Knight of Wands tells me you're unstoppable, okay? And that you're overcoming any pressures, because I feel the pressure has been on. I do see that you are moving towards your goals and dreams. You're determined for a new independent kind of lifestyle. You're actually very creative. And some of you may even have put some sort of creative pursuit on the back burner in order to learn more about yourself, or be on the spiritual path of knowing your emotions, or connecting to your higher self in some way, and you're like, okay, that needs to be just put over there for now, but you will return to it. Also, I'm getting the sense of purpose, following your path, setting new goals, or revitalizing your spirits for goals that you've had in motion for quite some time, approaching them from different angles and getting excited about them again. Because I get this sense here that some of you, your motivation has been a little bit off, or you've just been feeling a little bit down in your energy. I definitely get the sense of exhaustion here, but I feel like you're the sort of person who's learning more about, one day you could be really excited about a project or an endeavor, and you're really enthusiastic about it. You have so much energy and drive, and then the next day, not so much. Doesn't mean you don't still want to achieve your goals. It just means that you're starting to honor how your body is feeling in this moment. Also with the King of Swords here, as I said, there's this energy, because it's in the resistance position, it's almost like you feel like life, it's like you've had to numb part of yourself, or you feel that you're trying to embrace this time period of being super logical in your head, almost like disassociating so that you don't allow people to trigger you or affect your equilibrium. You're guarding against that at this time, or this is something you've been thinking about. Also, I feel some of you, with the King of Swords in this position, you may not trust something. You know, you may feel that there is corruption somewhere, and that you are feeling that people or situations are abusing their position or power, and you're just on guard. You know, you're protecting your position. 9 of Wands is to be cautious. It's also to ask questions. So if you feel that something is off right now, whether it's in your intuition, whether it's in your knowingness, or whether these are cold, hard facts, because the King of Swords here indicates that you're doing a little bit more digging deeper to find cold, hard facts. You're not just relying on your hunches or your emotions or your intuition, because that is this card, and this, of course, is a Scorpio card there. You're highly intuitive, but also you're relying on facts to back it up. So some of you may be the sort of person who intuitively you feel something and then you go digging for the actual fact of it. And then you find that actually your intuition is correct and you find the truth of the situation, and then you're ready to guard against it. So a lot of you during this period, you're gathering information. It's almost like you're on pause, gathering information to protect yourself in changes that are to come or changes that you're implementing in your own world, because something about you has changed. You think differently, you vibe differently, things hit differently for you right now. And some of you may not have been able to pinpoint when it changed or why it changed, but now that you're going through these changes, I feel like you're trying to navigate the way. Also, some of you are thinking about coming out of a comfort zone, or you want new adventures, new places, new faces, and you've been feeling a little bit stuck in a rut. Same old thing, just a different day. You may have promised yourself you'd never get to a position in life where things were not interesting. But the more you try to eradicate drama, lies, you know, people abusing their power or dishonesty or even unkindness, because you may have felt that some people have been really unkind to you in the past and you've had to be a solitary entity sometimes to protect your energy. I feel like, you know, some of you, as you've tried to declutter the noise from your life, things have become really kind of boring, dull, or quiet. Okay, so some of you are trying to find healthier pursuits to be really interested in or excited by, and you will find that. I definitely see that some of you are finding your soul tribe. You're evolving away from certain friendships that you're maturing away from, and you know, all things change, friendships change, circumstances change, the seasons change, but I definitely see that you're going to find your tribe, as it were. Now, also, we've got the 9 of Wands. So you're doing a lot of questioning right now. Questioning is good because it means you're seeing deeper meanings, but also you're finding a way that is beneficial for you. But also the 9 of Wands indicates you're exhausted. You've had a lot of stress on your plate. You have to maintain healthy boundaries, and you're persisting. You're not giving up on some of those goals and dreams that you have. Even though you're exhausted, you tend to power on through. Things will get easier. Things will get better for you. The 9 of Wands is also an interesting card of self-reliance. You know, it's a card of reevaluating circumstances, things that are not meant for you anymore. You're sort of gravitating away from that. It's almost like you're sorting the wheat from the chaff in your life, doing some decluttering. Also, I feel like you're allowing different insights to arise and guide you before you take your next steps in life. And I feel a different path is being made available to you at some point that you're going to really embrace. And it makes things much easier, okay? It gives you almost like some respite or a breath of fresh air there. But the 9 of Wands is typically the wounded warrior, and you have been moving through a lot of difficulty, a lot of responsibility in life, and I just feel this heaviness that you've been going through, but you're still remaining unstoppable. Just make sure you take some time to recharge your batteries. Something that you've been thinking about for quite some time, because I feel like some of you have had some distractions, or you found it hard to sleep recently, whatever it is that's on your mind, you will accomplish it. Okay, so yes, it's hard, but I definitely see that if anyone can do it, you can do it. And I definitely see that's going to happen for you. For some of you, it could be to relocate, real estate, because they're showing me lots of property right now. Some of you, it could be that you are trying to find security for you and your family. But also I see a lot of you trying not to be overwhelmed by your emotions. You're getting closure in particular situations that will help you later on down the line. You're protecting your energy, and it's almost like you're moving out of one cycle into another, a rebirth, shall we say. Now, the Three of Pentacles indicates that you are a very resourceful person, but also you are very cautious. Okay, Three of Pentacles can indicate you're being cautious with your finances. It can indicate that you're building a solid foundation for yourself. You are making progress. It may feel slow, but actually you are the architect of your dreams, and those dreams are becoming tangible. So I do feel here that things will be taking shape before you. No matter how tough things have been, you are actually going to be very proud of all your efforts and endeavors. Also, some of you, you recognize that you are the student of life. And I feel like some of you may actually become a mentor at some point in your life, or you are a mentor. Three of Pentacles can indicate some of you may be writing a book, or a course online to help people. I feel some of you have been given experiences in your life to help other people, and you will sort of channel and filter those experiences, those learning curves that you've had, those tests that you've experienced, and you will actually help other people with your generosity. But also I feel some of you, it will benefit you as well. So it could be that it's a course of learning, or you're a mentor, or you collaborate in some way to help other people, or you may even find yourself in working environments where you channel your experiences or your wisdom in order to help others. Also, I see that you're someone who is highly creative and very talented at what you do. And there is a creative endeavor here that you may have moved away from or distanced yourself from. And I feel that you will actually reconnect with that. Also, some of you, you have been either lied to by someone in the past, a person. There's a person in particular here showing up in your energy who abused their power over a situation. This is someone that, they were very passionate, very exciting to be with, perhaps very chaotic person, someone who's very wishy-washy. You didn't really know where you stood with this person, but somehow they got under your skin. You're finally getting closure on this person. And you recognize that also this person, and this is not an excuse, this person was also a very hurt person, and they projected a lot of their energy onto you, because I feel there was some sort of trauma bond there. I feel this person, right now, they're spiritually less mature than you, and they're never really going to step up into the vibration that you're in right now. So I feel a lot of you are getting closure on that. And I feel it's almost like you're releasing that situation from your psyche and from your energy, and I feel like you're moving forward. But I feel the lessons that you learned in that situation have made you more cautious. But I feel because I feel this is in love. I mean, it doesn't have to be. It could be that a boss tried to abuse their power over you in a situation, or someone tried to, steal your ideas, or someone tried to knock your confidence, because this person, I feel they were jealous of you in some way. I feel this person, whoever this person is, whether it's a relationship, an ex, whether it's a family member, or someone in your working circumstances or the community, I feel this person, they feel intimidated by your power, by your strength, by your knowledge, and they tried to knock your confidence because they feel in some way that they were not enough to match your vibe. And whenever someone tries to tear another person down, it's because they feel really unhappy within themselves, and they go to tear down the person that they feel is above them in some way. They never really knock a person who's below them. They always want to knock the person who's above them. So I feel like you've had experiences in your life where you feel either people or situations have been unkind to you because you've presented yourself and your truth with integrity, and you've tried to own your power. And it's almost like you're not going to just stay in your lane just because someone had expectations of you to adhere to their wishes. I feel like you're establishing your power, and I feel that you are a warrior who is going to be unstoppable and move through any of these challenges that you've had. and I feel like you're going to come out on top. I almost feel as well some of you are building something, or you have a plan that you are adhering to at this time, and it will work out in your favor. Don't let life pass you by. Make sure you have some balance in your life, that you go out and have a little bit more fun, more spontaneity, because I feel, look at that. I'm loving this card that came out for you. You are currently under construction. Please be patient. So as I said, it's almost like some sort of disassociation, or yeah, maybe it is this energy of being on pause, that you're learning more about yourself. You're reestablishing your power in a situation. It's almost like you're in the chrysalis of life. You know, you've been the caterpillar, and now you're in the chrysalis where you're evolving, changing in some way. It's almost like you're dissolving your sense of self. Maybe that's why you feel a little bit numb, or that you've been almost like on autopilot. You may have felt that time has been weird with you as well, that there's never enough time, that it just feels like something has changed and you're trying to pinpoint it, but it's because you're currently on pause or under construction. You know, you're fixing things within yourself. Whoa, I gotta go get that card because it just flew right across the altar there. So I just go and get that, but I'm just gonna get one more card for you. Okay, so we got some big energies here, and I didn't expect your reading to go in this sort of direction, but here we are. So I have to honor the energy, and it may not resonate with everyone, but I have to give you what I'm being given, and also the meanings of the cards. I'm not going to make something up for you. You can always look up the meanings of the cards, and just to prove that whatever it is I'm giving you is the truth of the situation. Whether it's going to resonate with someone or not, I have to just honor it and hope for the best that it does. But your second card there is try not to resist the changes that come your way. Don't delay the inevitable. If there's something you need to change or cut out of your life, I feel like you're not wasting time. You recognize time is of the essence. Also, I feel some of you may be doing something that you're not telling anybody about at this time. This could be a project, it could be an endeavor, something you're keeping to yourself. Because I feel like it's about honoring your private space, your private time, to recharge your batteries, to make sure that you're not always on the go, because you have so much responsibility and you always feel this sense of not wanting to let anyone down. But I really get a sense that you're pouring a lot of that energy into yourself at this time as well. And be willing to let go of everything you once thought to be true. Okay, so it's almost like there's some sort of shift that's gone on here for you. Now, this could be a worldview shift where, the last couple of years, everything feels like it's turned on its head and you're seeing things from a totally different viewpoint. Things that perhaps you may have always been aware of, but didn't pay it so much energy, time as you used to. Things that you feel are a little bit more critical, you may be paying attention to that. But also, we have moved into a major period where Pluto is very active, which means revealing of truth. And this is across the board, but also this is about you being really honest with yourself. You're releasing illusions. You're being so honest, taking accountability of your life. You're making major changes that will affect you long term, and you're taking accountability for your life. There's a sense here that you recognize that yes, things are hard, but no one's going to come and save you. You got to be that warrior and step up and take charge of your life. But also, I do see the universe stepping in to send you some resources and some better luck there as well. So there is some good stuff to come. And I'm just going to go and scooch over there and get that other card just to see what it is before we close. So one moment, please. Sorry about that, my beautiful Scorpio. Now, this card is actually very, very important. Looking at your cards, it is so on point. It says here, be careful who you take advice from. Okay, now you do have the Hierophant card, which is all about advice. There's also the King of Swords here. So that could be someone who presents as knowledgeable, but has alternative kind of motives, let's put it that way. It could be someone who is trying to give you advice about something, or perhaps you are going to them for advice. Maybe it's a practitioner or someone in a position of power or someone in a position of authority. And the King of Cups is showing up in your protagonist energy, which means you're going to take your own advice ultimately. So, please be mindful if you're getting advice on something, maybe a second opinion from someone else, or trust your hunches. I mean, if it's advice from a friend, for example, and I'm just getting this energy of someone daring you to do something. But if you know deep down that's not something that's good for you, I feel like you're not really going to connect to it. But yeah, be discerning about the company that you keep and the advice that you take from anybody, including any of the readings that you watch online, all of those things, because ultimately you know you best. Okay, so your intuition will never lead you astray. Following your heart, following your hunches, and really owning that supercomputer that you have been given in this lifetime, that incredible brain, that incredible knowledge, but also that incredible intuition and that lie detector. If something feels off, know that it is off, okay? Don't second guess yourself. Know that your hunches are on point. So I'll leave it like that. And finally, interesting, we have, this is a very interesting trinket to come through there. We have the pentacle right in the center, and we have, of course, some moon cycles either side, crescent moon cycles. So for some of you, this could indicate that you are cautious about perhaps this eclipse and the economy. So it could be that. Some of you are being cautious about your finances. Also, some of you may be looking at the fluctuations in your finances at this time, and you're trying to find ways to build better financial security in your life, second streams of income, different ideas. Follow your heart, because I see that there is a creative endeavor, something that is almost like a hidden talent. You may know that you have this talent, but you haven't really tapped in fully to this. I definitely see that there is money to be made with that talent, but only if you want to, because some people, you want a hobby or a talent to just be that, to express yourself, to be cathartic and not utilize it to just make money. But some of you, if you are looking to have an extra financial resource, I do see you can open yourself up to that as well. I mean, also, the moon energy is cautious energy, but it could also indicate you to be cautious where you invest your energy, because pentacles are all about investment, energy, investment of your time, of your presence. I feel like you're sort of decluttering your life in general to really look at where you feel you should value your presence more. So some of you, you may have felt like you make so much effort for others that they just expect. And now you're taking a bit of a step back so that they notice your absence in their life in some way, and that you're hoping that they will recognize that they've been overstepping some boundaries. But also, I feel like there's this energy of you noticing when you're absent in certain people's lives, they come towards you, and you're not about that kind of wishy-washy, immature energy. I feel like you're putting a stop to that. I feel like you're really cultivating your landscape and your environment at this time. And also, interestingly enough, we have the water rune, and this is all about your emotions, your hunches, your psychic ability, that knowingness that I kind of mentioned there. Pay close attention to your dreams and your intuition. It is on point. Also, I feel this is about you manifesting at this time whatever it is you desire to. But also, I feel like you are, recognizing lots of coincidences in your world and seeing that there's no such thing as coincidence. Okay, I get this energy coming through there as well. But also, I feel like you are, you're not hiding away from emotions. You're not tempted to escape reality in any way. I feel like you're looking at cold, hard truth in your life right now. And I feel like you are honoring the depths of who you are, and using your emotions as a purifying tool to, release pressure and really honor who you are, and recognize that you are a gift as well. Pay close attention to your psychic flashes, your intuition, your knowingness as well there, especially if someone is trying to give you some advice that you feel, it's a little bit off. If you're second guessing it, do a little bit more due diligence on it, and you'll find, another opinion, or trust your own opinion in the first place. So I'll leave it there. I hope something resonates in that reading for you. It's only a quick bonus reading there for you. A little bit different. I'm not going to stop my usual readings, but I just thought I'd do a little check-in there. If something does resonate with you, please like and subscribe to my channel. Completely free for you. All you have to do is press a little bell that lets you know when I update my next message. It lets me know that you resonate with the reading, which is so important for me too. Thank you so much, my beautiful Scorpio, and love and light.